police officer's uniform began melting, but he refused to flee fire until he'd saved 3-year-old. A police officer in Rogersville, Alabama was just finishing up his overnight shift when he heard a report come over the radio regarding a possible child being trapped inside an apartment during a fire at the residence. When they originally received the report at 4:45 a.m. on March 6th, firefighters were 7 minutes away. But Officer Tyler Dyson of the Rogersville Police Department knew he could make it there in almost half the time it would take the firefighters to arrive. "I aimed to arrive there before everyone else," he explained. "I wanted to do more than merely wait for the call." The officer was the first responder to arrive on the scene 3 minutes before the firefighters did. The smoke spewing out of the other windows of the apartment was thick, and one of the flat's windows had flames going out of it. When he got out of his car, a frightened woman started shouting that her baby was inside. Dyson realized there was no time to think, so he instantly sprinted toward the blaze and forced himself inside. The police officer, who was only 24 years old, uttered the words, "I have to save this child at whatever cost." If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell to be inspired by these real-life stories on a daily basis. Now, let's return to the story. After only a few minutes of being inside the building, the officer emerged once more, this time carrying a young kid of 3 years old in his arms. After that, Dyson put the child in the back of his police cruiser and proceeded to meet the approaching ambulance. As soon as the firefighters arrived, they assisted a second tenant in evacuating the apartment. Within 10 minutes, the team was able to bring the fire under control. It's been confirmed by the police that the fire was not an accident. The fire was ignited on purpose by the father of the youngster, who is 44 years old, has been charged with 7 counts of first-degree arson. The dad admitted to the authorities that he was the one who started the fire and had left his son inside while he ran away. The child, who was trapped inside the burning building, would have perished in the blaze if no one had rushed in to his aid and rescued him. His breathing was very shallow, and he appeared to be extremely lethargic, Dyson remarked. He was groaning, but he wasn't really responding. The infant was initially taken to the North Alabama Medical Center for evaluation before being transferred by helicopter to the University of Alabama Birmingham Hospital for further medical care. The young baby suffered burns as a result of the incident, but it's anticipated that he'll make a full recovery, and he was eventually allowed to return home. During the rescue operation, Dyson also received some minor wounds. He got burns in his arms, and his uniform melted off his body. On the other hand, his well-being was the least of his concerns at that moment. "I'm simply blessed that the baby is doing okay," he remarked. In his 2 years on the force, Dyson stated that this was the first time he had ever attended a call of this nature. He had fortunately undergone the necessary training and preparation for encounters of this nature. First a firefighter, then a police officer, Dyson began his professional life working in the fire department. He said that the decision was influenced by his older brother, who is also a police officer in Rogersville. He was the one who remarked, "He constantly motivated me to achieve things, and I just wanted to be like him." Because of the outstanding work he's done, the Rogersville Police Department is filled with overwhelming pride in Dyson. Rogersville Police Chief Brian Hudson said that he would be acknowledged for his courageous actions. According to Hudson, he did what we're out here to do, which is to protect and preserve lives. "Since I was raised in this community, I have an obligation to look out for its best interests," Dyson stated. Kelsey Tucker, the toddler's mother, expressed her gratitude to Dyson on Facebook for his quick thinking and efforts that saved her son's life. She added, "I don't even know where to start to thank Officer Dyson for being my baby boy's hero." And that's exactly what the sentence meant. "I cannot express how grateful I am to you for the first thing you did this morning to save him." The cop deserves praise for putting his own life in danger to rescue the life of a child. He deserves the title of hero. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with someone else who might enjoy it as well. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.